Excuse me, ma'am, no tweeting about Trans Day of Vengeance at the bar.
Oh, it's okay, I'm transgender.
Oh, I had no idea. Do whatever you want all the time.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. There's a lot of news today, so make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below, and if you're listening to the videos and you like them, leave a like on them, and make sure you have your notifications on, because YouTube is definitely getting kind of weird lately. Over the last 24, 48 hours, other than my cat, Annie, oh, Annie Bonnie, Annie. You want to hear Annie? You want to give him a purr? Should they buy some coffee brand coffee? Because Tim's trying to take down my coffee empire, and that's going to make Annie starve. Yeah, you can use promo code TIMSMELLS to save 10% today. And I invite you to buy a bag of his coffee and compare the two. I really do. I think the more options that are not Starbucks, the better. Coffeebrandcoffee.com, promo code TIMSMELLS to give us a try. Now, obviously, that promo code was just randomly generated. I didn't plan that out of rage. But there's some interesting shenanigans going on with Twitter in terms of reporting around a particular event. A Day of Vengeance, supposedly. An event that was planned before everything happened in Nashville, but an event that certainly optically is not good. Any normal person would decide, maybe we should rename this. Maybe a day of healing, a day of reaching across the aisle, a day of reflection. But no, they have decided to keep a day of vengeance. And even after the event, they have decided that they want to go with that. And now Twitter is censoring any reporting on it. Now, I'm going to tell you, I know that I have simped for Elon hard over my career in the last 6 months, but I really am genuinely very disappointed in the changes that Twitter has made, in the decisions, the money grubbing that Elon's done, the focus on putting paid, good regular features behind paywalls now under the guise of fighting bots. The fact that I'm seeing more ads now than ever before. In spite of all these reports that advertisers are pulling out, the idea that I have to pay $8 a month to vote in polls. I canceled my Twitter Blue. As you're going to see my checkmark fall off here any day now. I think I canceled it a couple weeks ago, temporarily, until such a point where Twitter becomes worth $96 a year or whatever it costs. The initial back I did out of solidarity, but I'm really not happy with the way Twitter's going. And you see this, Andy No, the post-millennial, prominent conservatives locked out of Twitter after reporting on this Day of Vengeance. The post-millennial, along with senior editor Andy No, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Brandon Straka, and others were locked out of Twitter on Tuesday simply for reporting on this Day of Vengeance, which the Super Soldiers and trans groups are organizing on April 1st in Washington. By the way, I obviously don't know anything, any of that kind of stuff, but I wouldn't be around that event. I just wouldn't. I just got a really bad feeling. For a wide variety of reasons, I wouldn't be within 15 miles of that place. I hope for the best. I hope nothing happens. I hope there's no, issues, but sometimes issues get created too. Remember that. The post-millennial deleted the offending tweet, which contained... my cat just jumped up here. The post-millennial deleted the offending tweet, which contained reporting on the event, tweeting, "We are locked out of the account for this tweet because it linked to our reporting on this Day of Vengeance that was being organized by far-left activists." Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene was locked out for 7 days, writing, "Twitter's Ella G. Irwin claims that no one was given a, quote, strike for the warning. The American people of the political bad behavior planned at the Supreme Court, yet my official congressional account was banned for 7 days after revealing their plan for bad behavior at the Trans Day of Vengeance." Brendan Straka was locked out for noting the day as well, just reporting on it, right? Just reporting on it. Now, Ella G. Irwin did respond to this by saying, correct, this fake grifter loser tweeted, Twitter is now cracking down on those who promote the Trans Day of Vengeance poster, which mostly comprises of militants, trans militants who are calling for a day of mass bad behavior. Do not share this poster or you will be caught up on the bans to prevent this stuff from happening. So what this actually ends up being, what it looks like, could be an overcorrection. But again, aren't there any normal people there that can look at and understand the context? Well, what's happening, I believe, is people are mass flagging these accounts that are bringing attention to it. I think that's what's happening. LG Irwin responded, correct. We had to automatically sweep our platform and remove about 5,000 tweets and retweets of this poster. We do not support tweets that incite bad behavior, irrespective of who posts them. Vengeance does not imply a peaceful protest. Organizing or support for peaceful protest is okay. The entire premise of the Radical Trans Lobby's event for April 1st, the Trans Day of Vengeance, hinges on the false belief, that the gender ideologue movement has no power, Brandon Straka told the Post Millennial. And yet these people were able to shut down some of the largest voices in the conservative movement who dared to criticize them. Noah, who had been reporting on the Super Soldiers for their bad behavior for years, shared information about the upcoming day, which caught him on a lockout. Quote, in recent months, he wrote, rhetoric about carrying out our revenge and vengeance on society, some states restricting the medical transitioning of minors, has surged. He wrote, through my reporting of the Super Soldiers, I've long observed that disproportionate numbers of them are trans. Still, their rhetoric has become more openly bad about raising hands. Recently, they feel emboldened by Democrats and the mainstream left. Well, we just saw a political staffer on the mainstream left actually stepped down over her tweet about it. She had tweeted, she was, I think, the Arizona PR director, and she had tweeted something about like, hey, you know, we're going to protect ourselves if you're a transphobe, and they had weapons. She had to have to delete the tweet, and now she stepped down from her job. So I think in general, this crackdown is both on Twitter's side, but also being used by bad actors to try and hide this potential bad behavior. You have your Gays Against Groomers. Our founder and president was just locked out of Twitter with no indication of what tweet actually violated TOS, and with no option to delete or appeal to get back in. See Benjamin Boyce. They are memory holing the Day of Vengeance so hard right now. Everyone tweeting the image is getting locked out. Elon Musk says, please make this please make this a free speech platform. Colin Rugg says many top conservative Twitter users are locked out of their accounts for calling out, the event in Nashville. What's going on? You see again here, there's the article I just read. Catcher 2 has been locked out of Twitter because they're talking about anything. You see, like a bunch of people, my Twitter account has been locked for 12 hours because they won't let you say anything about a protected class. And of course, they can say anything they want, no matter how vile it is. So, you still see this situation where these rules are not implied equally. You see Libby Emmons here from the Post Millennial writing, so this is okay, but Andy Ngo and the Post Millennial, having reported on this back on March 22nd, was not. Then what are the rules, Twitter? Do you even know yourself? LG Irwin, she wrote, I deleted my March 22nd tweet with accurate and informational reporting on this. And this is Disclosed TV, obviously talking about the event. This event is, I'm very concerned for this event. What's going to happen at it. I just think they should cancel it in general. If they had any, decorum whatsoever at all, they would cancel it. The fact that Twitter is getting caught up in, mass banning all these people is not a good look for Twitter. I guess Twitter removing the poster is a plus, but it does seem like the people behind this event may be involved in mass flagging and taking down these accounts. Reporting on these issues is in the public interest. Calling for the bad behavior is not. You see Andy Ngo's response, and this has happened to Andy before as well. You see, this is not the first time Noah's been locked out of his account for reporting on calls for bad behavior, and it's more than likely that those who reported his tweets as objectionable are the same accounts or supporters of those accounts that are literally calling for the bad behavior in the first place. And I actually believe that. They do use this tactic to obfuscate, to cover their event. You know, every time you report on their bad behavior, you're the one that ends up getting banned. It's insanity. You know, this is like, obviously, this group of people, a small percentage of them, you know, hopefully, really needs to rethink the type of rhetoric that they're using, the type of actions that they're using. You know, Twitter temporarily restricts Marjorie Taylor Greene after she tweets out about the Day of Vengeance. This is going to be a very bad event, I believe. I would not go to it. I want everyone to be safe, but it just feels really bad to be happening right now. Like the timing, you know, you want to go host it another time, fine. It just feels very odd. And when you put into this all the stuff that's going on with Twitter, banning people, and you see you have this, or we're still going to have this protest despite of the event. You know, some commentators have taken exception to the protest and its timing, given that the PD, obviously, everything that's going on. TRAN has stated on their website, this protest is about unity, not inciting bad behavior. It does not encourage that and is not welcome at this event, but it will be there, I believe. You know, that's the issue. People are looking for someone to lash out at over what happened, and I think that's a totally normal reaction. But that's also why you really should be postponing this. And Twitter, I don't know what Twitter is doing. You know, people should be able to report on it. Absolutely. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.